Boys and Falcon still have theirs. I believe Enigma Galaxy and Spirit are just about to begin theirs. So there's 3 other streams for you guys. But when it comes to this draft, we're going to do something a little bit different on the main stream. We're going to jump to our casters. They're going to walk you through the draft as we do of Lyrical and Trent for Liquid and Aurora.
Thank you so much, Nat. That's right. We're just going to talk a little bit about what we're seeing, Trent. And my goodness, they get the Lina. This was banned out, I believe, in the last game. But definitely, to me at least, this is the type of dynamic where you feel like you need to just sort of put that entire game behind you, call it a draft loss, and then we're going to do better next time.
Yeah, that's certainly the name of the game and the draft here for Team Liquid. In terms of Aurora, I mean, first pick, this has ended up being a very powerful hero, obviously. You guys have seen many inspiring performances on the Lina, especially today. And when you pick her this early in the draft, you can't really counter her mid. And then the entire draft, you're just thinking, all right, this might be the carry lane. Right. So, most notably, I was just about to say, this guy is still in the Tree and Protector because for the, when you have the Lina, this is one of the #1 heroes you want to get for yourself as a melee support to help her in the safe lane, or even just to aid her in the mid for any sort of like dives and trades and whatnot. But Team Liquid with quite the signature hero for this team for sure.
Yeah, a nice one to pick up.
5 seconds remaining.
I think that also kind of sets the tempo for your game. Run this in there. You're going to be able to eventually get into a Blink Dagger, most likely stop that Lina that just wants to be this turret. And it is interesting, right? Because there's that duality of like, is it a turret Lina right-clicking from all over, or is it going to end up being like that sort of magical burst type of hero? And in either case, you need to find heroes that can both get on top of her and then also hold that hero in place.
5 seconds remaining.
It's also interesting when you have presumably Makoto being shown so early here in the Lina. One thing, like Liquid, I feel like have 2 strategies. One is like get Nisha his like winning lane, and Nisha goes crazy and does Nisha things. But I think their more successful, more common strategies often showing Nisha's hero earlier and worrying less about him being countered out in this idea of just, Nisha will get his stuff. Let's focus more on enabling our 2 side lanes.
Yeah.
That's the opposite, obviously, of what happened last game. Last game was that we're picking the Huskar. This is like, you gotta win that lane.
Yeah.
Their supports aren't necessarily that used to like going mid, I feel like.
Well, and this is the other thing too, is like they've been really trying to, it seems like, secure Ace's hero early, hence the like Ursa ban last time into the Underlord pick. This time they're not going to be able to run that same strategy, and there is still the potential for the Lina. So it's sort of weird, right? Because like I think that there's a pool of heroes that Ace is really comfortable on and looks very good on, and when he's not on those heroes, what happens then? So you kind of got to get him early too.
Yeah. Well, much like the success of WS though, Ace has got a pretty mean liking. Maybe they could find something a little bit more out there. As you can see, he's got a decently wide pool. So many of those heroes still remaining here. Your Darkseer Bud was seeing a ton of play today. I feel like for a while there, every stream I looked at, there was a Darkseer. But not being relevant in our last 2 series so far.
Been away from it a bit. I will say that any of those types of heroes, you end up in a situation where you just get blown up. You'd be very susceptible to that. Spending a lot of time on this.
It's got to be reserve time. It's got to be the Centaur. Like they got to be thinking like, what's happening with Centaur? So they're willing to leave the Centaur. They ban the Mirana, despite having presumably a mid that has no impact with it. So that's a ton of respect just to the way that Aurora are using it. Yeah. I mean, Mira was insane. He played so well last game, specifically against the Hoodwink. He had so many nasty Quelling Blade plays to chop the tree down before the Bushwhack could take hold.
Right, and I guess if you already have the Lina, then you can just take one other setup stun for the arrow, and then either you're going to get arrowed or you're going to have to BKB on whatever the core is from Liquid, otherwise you're going to get exploded. So it does make sense. There aren't many other heroes that have that, like, if you get caught by it, you're probably just dead.
That stat maybe coming to play that we just saw there, the 2 and 3 for Tofu and the 1 and 0 for Boxy. It's looking like you got to pass the controller over to your older sibling on this one, and Boxy might be taking the Hoodwink for a ride.
There is a chance.
And okay, we had a Kaori game, guys. Okay, he's playing this Jakiro. They got no stuns. No stuns. They had no way to start a fight. It was impossible. And I was like, Lyrical, man, this game looks really hard for KO. Look, what are they going to do? They had Mirana arrow. Yeah, Carry just ice pathed everyone.
Yeah, just blind.
Just raw. He just caught every important kill the entire game with just a raw ice path. My guy, he was like a shadow in the woods. He was the hoodwink.
Honestly.
He was like playing hoodwink but having ice path.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Another thing that I think has been talked about a bit, but is always also nice, is the dynamic here of KP facing off against Blitz. Former assistant coach facing off against the main coach again, and at least so far, Aurora have come up with some very good answers. They're going to take the Lion.
10 seconds remaining.
Again, a hero that we don't see all the time.
No, he's been quite absent this tournament, despite being relatively consistent, I would say, throughout most of the year.
Radiant team pick.
And there it is. So they do get back around and manage to pick the Centaur for themselves.
I think that's kind of a miracle, honestly. That you still managed to get the Centaur at this point. I think they've got to be very happy about that. Sure, they're 0-2 with it, but you guys have all seen Centaur. This hero is absolutely ridiculous right now. And it's great versus the Lina, too, in terms of just like how Lina wants to play the game. You know that the entire team collapsing on you is going to be a bad time. They're going to combo it up with the Invoker, a timeless duo, Centaur Stomp into Sunstrike, got a little Bushwhack, got Overgrowth. They have a lot of tools to enable the Invoker this game.
Tremendous amount of team fight on Team Liquid. On the side of Aurora, they have a decent amount as well. I mean, if they paired together like a last pick Darkseer or something for Aurora, they would be like massively winning the team fight, but right now at least it feels a little bit more bursty, right?
Yeah.
You got Laguna Blade, you got Finger of
10
Death.
seconds remaining.
They also have just these like walls that go up, but she's like chucking out like earth spikes, throwing down ice paths. So when the Stampede is coming in, chucking out the Avalanche, a lot of these ideas of just like, oh, let's run on top of them aren't really viable.
Yeah.
A lot of good defensive spells to help slow that down and give more space to their Lina here. And next up, they got to figure out who their offlaner is going to be. Again, as we saw earlier, the pool pretty much wide open at this point. Like Largo, Underlord banned out, but I mean, your Dooms still remain. One of the bigger ones, of course. I like the idea of more team fight, as you were mentioning, just like another body, like Doom can do, just to provide more space for the Lina. Because looking at their lineup, no matter where the Lina goes in terms of laning or whatever, she's gonna be the game winner.
Right. It does feel to me more like this is now going to be a mid-lane based on Tiny. That's tended to be the direction that those two picks have gone.
Yep.
And then the flip side to that too, though, is WS I think is the type of player that is willing to reach a little bit outside the box. It's the right pick for it. And we talked about the Lycan.
Dire team
obviously both for Ace, but for WS it could be interesting to be able to pair together with the bite onto the Tiny.
It would be a very, that would be a wild combo. It would be a very kind of like quick chase down style. Let's lock down. Like I think the Axe kind of style is definitely the safer way to go, which is why Liquid are banning it. Like they can see that just like links together very nicely.
Remaining.
But very similarly to like the Team Resilience draft where we're like, oh, this goes hard. They're gonna be like so quick and so fast. But you see that when that execution comes together, those kind of drafts can work extremely well.
And again, just to sort of reiterate the stakes of this game right now that we're going into, Aurora 1 away from being into the International, having a day off before while the rest of the teams are having to play. And if Liquid drop down, there's a lot of dangerous teams in that elimination round that they might not want to face off up against. It's very possible that you could just get knocked out on one bad day of play.
Yeah, you want to hit the eject button here, man. Like, get me out of this group stage.
Absolutely.
Like, it is ferocious in there. You look at all the teams, there's killers everywhere. Couple of carry bans there, as you can see. It's Liquid. We're talking a lot about Aurora's offlane pick. The response is going to be there from Liquid. They're going to see what this offlane matchup is going to be, where they choose
5 seconds
what their
remaining.
option will be, and plenty of position 1 heroes also left right now.
I kind of like a monkey. I saw Mickey playing it earlier. I don't know. To me, there's elements of it that, like, if this Lina's just sort of standing there, drop down on top of her, maybe you can hunt a little bit more. I also just think that in general, I like Mickey monkey game. It Feels like it fits with the way that he plays often.
Fast tempo carries are also very good with the Invoker, right? Because like Invoker kind of becomes like this sort of a carry unit in your lineup, right? Like you're trying to enable his Sunstrikes and everything, and you want him to become this big growing beast. So if you're getting up and involved as your Tiny, as your Monkey King, those are the heroes that can really make the Invoker have a great game, because that's who you want to base everything around. You've already got all this nice team fight, Sunstrike setup. Like keep going with that, I think.
10 seconds remaining.
I'll have to check it later, but I'm also seeing that this is going to be
5
Nikke
seconds
responding to the
remaining.
last pick of Aurora, and he's going to get to counterpick in lane. Considering that Aurora have like consistently given the off lane their last pick, it's interesting to watch.
Okay, the Dawnbreaker. This hero's been all over the place today.
You were kind of a hater earlier.
I'm a hater.
You're not a Dawnbreaker fan.
I'm a Dawnbreaker. I mean, I can see the value.
Yeah.
You know, when she has her good games, she does look really strong. But I like it in this sense of it's being picked very late in the draft.
10 seconds
that I can definitely get around
remaining.
it a little bit more. And so far, so good. Obviously, you know, she's positive,
5
4 and 3.
seconds remaining.
What does it do this game? It doesn't really give them that team fight in terms of like additional control or anything. But, you know, if they're trying to set up these Sunstrike kills, if they're diving in deep into your territory, Dawnbreaker is going to be there to help you. That being said, if she gets caught out, like often Dawnbreakers like to play a little bit alone because they're trying to farm up by themselves, and then they react and join in with the Solar Guardians. Maybe she gets caught out by some of these plays. Like if there's like a Shadow Blade hero or something to come out last on the carry, that could be kind of interesting.
Where they decide to go with it.
I know the panel wants Faceless Void.
I was supposed to talk about that.
Yeah,
Choose your
it's not
hero.
going to be the Faceless Void with the Invoker, because that would be very exciting. Instead, it's going to be the Luna, so classic Mickey.
Oh no. Oh no. 0% win rate.
Get Nightfall go.
Oh, he's talking.
He is planning out the entire game right now.
We're gonna go
You were
there?
going to do this. I'm going to do this. Holy.
Yeah, he's ready. 1, 2, 3. Well, the talking speed is definitely into the favor of Aurora.
It's not even close.
Words per minute.
But the facial expressions always go Nisha's way. You got to watch his player cam, guys.
That's
If there's
so
anyone
funny.
you're going to pay attention to.
The eyebrow raises, they're great.
He's always got the best faces. Maybe not in that last one with the husk. Well, actually,
No.
the face probably was very good, honestly.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out later. See if we can get that on the highlights. Regardless, it is going to be game number 2.
10 seconds
Aurora
remaining.
facing off against Team Liquid in a match that could send them
5
directly
seconds
into their
remaining.
international. Unless the other match that's on the other side of the stream is cleaned up. That would be the second team through then.
I think going to the main stage sounds like a good idea. You know, making your way up into the top 8.
Right.
Sounds like a solid plan. It's still on.
Who are you favoring? We're not used to this. We're not usually the panel.
Well, we are on the other stream.
That's true. That's a good point.
We actually are used to this. We actually do this really often, Lyrical. I don't know what you're talking about.
So who are you favoring?
I like the idea of the comfort of the Luna, but she's certainly not still one of my favorite heroes. But I think they are a team who understands the hero very well. So if they believe that it's a hero that can give them a chance here, then I can understand the logic to it. Overall, though, with the way Aurora played game 1, with their lineup looking very cohesive and everything, I do think they're well set up for game 2. I would give them a slight edge.
Okay. I'm kind of the same mind as you. I mean, the only thing that I'll say is I don't feel like the Dawnbreaker gives them a ton. I'm curious to see what they're thinking they're going to get out of it and what this sort of lineup looks like. But to me, at least, I kind of liked all the 4 heroes before the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah,
and then I like the Luna more. So
cover her up. We just don't look at that one.
yeah, exactly.
Then we'll believe in it. You know, I equally dislike both of the last picks. How's that? That sounds like a
That
panelist
sounds
thing
healthy.
to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And who knows who's going to win? You know, anything can happen. Anything is possible.
That is definitely true in Dota. We've learned that a lot so far.
每
this
一把都
tournament.
当最后一把，然后就也不要。
I mean, get aggressive, get moving, set up for some Solar Guardian plays. I just want to see Dawnbreaker like fighting. I don't like the
Yes.
Dawnbreakers who are just like off doing their own thing. I like them getting involved with Solar Guardians early.
It is like a classic call, which is like, you know, your team tells you to group up, and then you're like, I got ulti, I got ulti.
Yeah, no, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Forget that there's a silencer in the game.
Ah,
Oh,
Sucks.
no.
Well, I'll just keep hitting this neutral camp.
I mean, these creeps.
What can you do?
They're not going to kill themselves.
I just assumed that it's like a Spectre player who's out of roll tokens.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I think is picking Dawnbreaker every time.
That's a fair point. Well, Aurora heading down here to begin the deforestation process, but look at this. Trent,
What?
Liquid, are they prepared? Have they seen into the future? Do they know where Aurora is going? Will they be able to catch any of these heroes?
I mean, they're
looking. Oh no, there's no trees!
30 seconds to battle.
were they gonna plant a tree? Like, what, do you think they had the plan to use a branch or something?
I don't know.
It kind of looked like it, and they just didn't quite get the timing right.
Whatever the case is, Liquid not quite able to connect there with Boxy. They'll do a late smoke, as has become custom. See if they find anybody. WS, smoke breaks. Broke on
The
Tofu.
battle begins.
He steps forward, stun onto 2. Big stun follow-up from WS. Tofu in trouble. Does he manage to get out? No. Makoto draws first blood.
All right, I mean, she's a pretty solid level 1 here, I'll tell you that much. You get a full star breaker onto somebody, that's a lot of damage.
Very nice. See the bounty runes in there into the favor of Aurora with the first blood.
Big lead to start the game with, man. No, but it is Treant Protector, one of the best supports in the game. Waiting for the gold to be there for his Luna to buy the next round of tangos before TPing back.
He knows his job.
Yeah, very wise.
Tofu wraps around, hits now onto Mira, but the stun is still there. And
Has been slain.
Mickey takes a bit of a beating, as will Mira.
And this is part of the draft, one would assume, is having the Lucent team, right? We're talking about the Dawnbreaker.
Nightfall. That is not where he wants to be. Tried to go through, but will not happen. Kaori now hitting onto Boxy. Won't be quite enough damage there. Does he have another stomp for Ace? Yes, he will. Kaori gets hit. Bushwhack. Dead.
I like the call coming in from Makoto, saying, hey, there's a Sunstrike. Like, he saw Nisha, so that's why he did the reverse there. So at least they don't give the gold to the Invoker. Right? Got that going for him. But yeah, this pick on the Luna, definitely part of their logic, right? It's like, I want to stun on my carry. I can stop the hammer coming in from the Dawn. But if they just set up with the Earth Spike every time, it might not be that reliable.
Be a nice answer to it for sure. And you can see Makoto trying to play the oppressive style that you tend to with that Lina. Harry, you cannot afford to die right now. Bushwhack lands. Ace is going to be forced back for a moment. Nightfall pushing out the wave. They do have access to the small camp. Boxy's going to try and mess with them a little bit here, but it's going to get stacked up, and yeah, that's a little bit dangerous.
Surely he won't get killed mid, twice in a row. No, of course not.
Could be.
He's got a branch tango going. He's got a water rune. He'll be all right. And Tofu is level 2, so living armor now gets leveled. But, all for my Luna for now. Another game, though, that Liquid are probably going to wind up on the slower pace. Like, the Luna, this is the exact opposite of what I was discussing in terms of, you brought up the Monkey King for Mickey, or like, any hero that can be a little bit active early and help set up for Sunstrikes. Luna is the exact opposite. She is playing her own game. And now we're just putting more pressure on the other 3 heroes of Liquid to try and set up for these kills. They're going to accelerate your Invoker into being that game dominator.
Right. You're trying to, just sort of hit creeps, AFK as much as possible, and bodies here. Yeah, it's not great. 9-4 versus 19-6, and Makoto has been taking Nisha to task.
I know at least one of those denies was a Forged Spirit as well.
Watch for how he handles this pressure. I mean,
what can you do against Lina, right? You guys see what's happening. He's got 2 points to the Dragon Slave. He just guarantees those 2 CS. That pushes you back. She gets the 3rd last hit. Now you're under your tower and you're being pelted from a million miles away.
And it's denied out too. I mean, the only plus side to this is he
that one either.
like hopefully is gonna, as Kaori, gonna get stunned for a moment, but backs away. The only thing that he can do eventually is like go for the Forged Spirit deny on the rune. But that might not be super possible either. He's going.
It's not even gonna make it in time.
Yeah, Makoto's down there. He can't get it. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and again, the Sunstrikes are, if the Sunstrikes aren't there, it's gonna start looking like last game.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be a series. Oh man.
Okay, stop watching.
Gee.
Don't look.
Yikes, man. Yikes.
All right, you got one.
28-10.
Just get beat down by this Lina, man.
Sending the Forge Spirit over. He's not going to get there. Ooh, okay, Makoto goes back. So
He's like, this is more worth it.
Yes, yes. That's what you got to do.
Top
Meanwhile, Nightfall
is under attack.
somehow back behind his own tower.
Okay, I mean, this, you know, we're
Yeah.
paying attention to the mid lane. Look what's happening up here. All right, the Tiny's having some issues. I mean, he's got assets, but at the very least, the Centaur is having a good start. The wave's been pulled back here. Every time I look, the creep wave's been pretty close to Ace's tower, so he's doing just fine. He's even with Nightfall. Mickey is even with WS. I feel like our Lunas can often get a little bullied in the first couple levels. That didn't necessarily happen.
He did retreat back to the jungle, it looks like.
Yes, I did just notice the net worth slightly lower.
Yeah. So he's not having like a great time, but it's also not completely terrible. WS holding this wave up here though is a bit of an issue.
Makoto mid.
This is a good play if they can get it. They need this so badly, and they will manage to get him. And Nisha actually is the one that gets the last hit with the cold snap damage.
And they don't get a punish, right? Like Tree has run mid,
Yeah.
and Luna was able to clear up a like small camp down there, and then also farm through some other neutrals. That is fantastic.
Strike in. Nightfall not going to get killed by that one, but will die to Ace after the fact.
All right, there we go. Mid lane, unfortunately, they immediately do the counterplay right back at them.
Yeah.
Mira had come through. He had equally ditched his lane to secure the kill mid. That's a 6-minute rune. It's an invis.
Middle tower.
Not the best one. WS boldly runs into the Lotus. We'll have to give it up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they are just staying mid right now, though. Keeping up the pressure with the level 2 liquid fire. Kaori, at least only person I've seen picking this hero. Maybe someone else has been. But he's very confident with the capabilities of Jakiro. Forces now TP back up top.
Cancels it.
Well, Tofu's coming in right now, so...
They might be able to go. They're taking that tower, but the bigger play is on to Nightfall. Surrounded, 3 heroes. Moving in, trying to take him out, and Nightfall almost dead. Needs another hit and will get it. Oxy gets that finish.
So they sacrificed their Tiny to take the tier 1 mid, possibly their Lion as well, but it looks like, yeah, Bushwhack's back out. This guy's going down too.
So it is a choice where you're giving up something for it, but getting that mid tower will make this Invoker feel that much less safe. Likewise, WS. They coming through the gate to try and make something happen here.
I think Makoto had the Invis rune, though. He just gets meatballed by Nisha and is forced to pop it. Throws the Laguna Blade back on him.
Tower is under attack.
Just trying to be equally miserable. An Invoker with no tower and 19 last hits at 7 minutes. I think we know who Aurora wanted to focus this series.
I mean, it's double the net worth right now on the Lina over the Invoker. They have done everything they can to try and shut down Nisha, and it has worked. Question is, how can he recover?
And who else can step up on his team? That's the other question. Is like, what can you get done with Ace? What kind of a build does he go for right after this helm? I feel like there's a lot of questions.
I mean, that's the problem, right? Like, Centaur really has not been that hero that makes moves on this. Like, this is setting him up to have more stuff later, so they're gonna need to find it out of their supports. They're gonna need to potentially get some kills with some Sunstrikes and Ace making moves. I guess punishing Nightfall, that type of move that they've been doing is the best that they can hope for.
Yeah, I mean, they just had to use Stampede to save Mickey down bottom, or else he was about to die to the Dawnbreaker.
Right. Second tower. Aurora just smelling blood in the water and going after it. WS gets hit. They do have the tree to try and keep this tower alive. Not sure if he was going to be able to make much happen there. And Mickey tries to interrupt. There's a TP coming in. Nisha shows up with a Laguna Blade. He's just gone. Oh no, this has gone completely south for Nisha. They thought they were going to set up a gank, but everybody is dying.
Another Ice Path.
Odo looking, Foxy just out of range. But Makoto is there with the chase, does not have LSA. Bushwhack out. Few more right clicks, and Boxy will be able to escape from that one.
Trying to chase back in.
Tower alive?
Tofu.
go. Good cut. Now the turn back in. Dawnbreaker looking for it. Boxy finally brought down.
Burns down Mickey and Tufu now back down here, though.
They don't want to give up this tower.
I mean, they have 3 points in the living armor, so it's tempting to hold on to it for as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it looks bad, but if they can manage somehow to keep this tower alive, maybe it's worth it.
But WS stuck around after the Solar Guardian. Like,
yeah, it's just so.
All right, he just got level 6 on Mickey, and he's coming in. This might be for the game.
Makoto, they got to get something there. Laguna Blade out, damage, Sunstrike hit, yes! They got him! Oh, every little bit of that was necessary, and now they find WS. Don't ever count them out. As they drop the Overgrowth, Tofu gets level 6. They find a third, Liquid. They're packed up against the wall. They needed that.
Somehow they stop this boulder that's rolling downhill. All together, they managed to find everything perfectly in sync. The level 6 onto the Luna. The kill cements the level 6 for the tree, which helps get the final kill there as well. 3 heroes to fall. A big gold swing puts this back to just being a slight lead now for Aurora. And once again, salvaging that bottom tower to give some space here to Mickey, because they cannot afford to have an Invoker and a Luna farming the same space in their jungle right now.
I mean, measured defeats, retreats when they needed to, because but you can't afford to die right here now. They threw bodies for this and it worked. Bushwhack out, cuts the tree. Now the hit, sharpshooter damage. Sunstrike trying to connect will be enough to take down Kaori. But likewise, Tofu is in trouble. The heal actually though, and then Bushwhack to keep him alive. Liquid. How is this working?
They're finding the magic, but look out. There's friends.
Uh-oh. That's not good at all. Oh, jeez.
All right, well, you saved
It's the humiliation.
your tree to kill your Luna pretty much on that one, unfortunately, with the way it all shook out.
I mean,
now the pressure is just back down bottom with the catapult.
They're committing for this, and they are not willing to let this tower stand. So that finally should be the tower brought down as Nightfall makes the move. But this has been a lot of time. Centaur, very, very farmed. Nisha has started to catch up a bit.
Yeah,
towards that Meteor Hammer.
Yeah, it is done now. He's got the recipe as well, so can finish that up. Ace, you heard the panel talking about this, these team items, the auras, something that a lot of teams aren't opting for. Ace sensing in this game that they might need it on the earlier end as Tofu again, not an axe but an hammer to fell this tree.
Good Sentry Ward placed down, recognizing that he was going to try and set up on him. Did a good job. Tried to go onto Makoto. And with the Stampede out, might be able to. Has an amp damage.
Nice.
Won't matter.
Good plays here. Deep Observer Ward here. Spots Mickey farming this Mask Madness, but nothing they can do about it when the heroes are dead right now.
Dire structures are fortified.
Commitment. Mira's nearby.
Super fortified.
Lion, ready to go.
There's not enough mana for the Solar Guardian right now either. So even if they had additional heroes, not much they can do. So Vengeance finally had here by Liquid. They will get their first tower of the game in 12.5 minutes. And they're moving in to Aurora's territory.
Over in the jungle, Lion nearby and looking for a fight. They go into the Centaur. Tries to find a kill onto Ace. Got the stomp, but won't be enough.
Same time, they were trying to find WS with 3 heroes, but they just don't get the connection. Although they will take an Ancient stack in trade. Meteor Hammer and the Meatball rolls through for Nisha. So they get quite a good juicy bounty up there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
WS very wary about coming out from this tower to farm this way. He can sense that with what else is going on the map, they might be lurking near him right now.
And they have a ward also on the Luna. This move right here is a little bit sketch though, right? Like, we're getting close to the 14-minute wisdom. Are Liquid gonna try and bring numbers to either here to defend it, or are they gonna maybe try and steal the other one?
I mean, if WS had mana, I would be down for an aggressive play on the top one, but he is not available for Solar Guardian right now. Soul Ring into Solar Guardian is not that inspiring, you know? If you're not gonna have your other spells when you show up.
Fair enough. Looks like they're just going to leave that one. Liquid wheel to grab their own.
Good thing Tofu didn't end up playing aggressive. He might have been able to steal this one. WS will return there just to double check just in time, so Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Mid lane.
Behind him, Meteor Hammer connects. Stampede run away. Kaori burning down. Nisha. They drop the ulti and cannot keep him alive.
Yeah, not enough heal available. Meatball and the Meteor Hammer is just too much.
Keep finding something and making it out of nothing.
And Nightfall, of course, can't really threaten this Centaur without a lot of health.
Bringing in the Lion. Alina TP's in. Opportunity. Tree is also here, though. Stun. Connects. Laguna Blade out. Ace in trouble. Damage. Is it going to be enough? Yes. They got him. And now get the sharpshooter onto the Tiny. Tree realizes he does not want to be here anymore. And as Boxy runs away, they manage to find the stun. LSA. And Boxy is gone.
It's one of those moments where you just get punished for being good at Dota, because he's playing onto that wave because he knows Avalanche isn't back for a few more seconds, and then he's going to retreat, but he gets caught by the Light Strike Array out of the trees from the TPing Lina. It's just like, what can you do?
Yeah.
You know? Then you get comboed to an Avalanche, and down you go. So this big, beefy Centaur, we said he needed a lot of help on Nightfall to get that kill. Help arrived.
Dire's bottom
quick
tower
play coming
is
from both
taking
squads
many
here.
wounds.
And Liquid feel like now with the Meteor Hammer in tow. Ooh, follow the creep. Dude, he spotted it, and now Mira hit off to the side. Cold Snap. He's going to get an item delivered, but is going to be hurting for it. Sunstrike and the right clicks coming in from the Forge Spirit.
I'm just like consuming.
Oh.
Lotus, magic wand, save me.
Ofu finds him. Nightfall. Avalanche toss. Moving in with the Centaur. They get the overgrowth. Oh no, Nightfall is going to be found, and another one. Nisha
Dire's top tower is
getting
under
involved
attack.
with the team.
Started from the bottom, now he's here. 8K net worth, second highest in the game right now.
Tower has fallen.
A terrifying laning stage for Nisha. Couldn't get a creep to save his life. Lost his tower nice and early. Big bounce backs here with the 6 kills. Down bottom, I mean, they have had this ward down here for the longest time, trying to track the Luna's positioning, and it's not even enough to get Tofu on the tree and protect her. So Liquid managing to slip through a lot of this choking grasp of Aurora this time. Last game, it was like the opposite. You know, they got into this part of the map and they never left. And there was no space for Liquid whatsoever. Part of this is definitely the Treant effect, not only from slowing down some of that tower pressure with the living armor, but just the non-stop vision that you get from this hero just wandering around through the trees.
Tofu now getting a very quick Blink Dagger. 16 minutes because of how much he's been involved in these fights.
And also going for it just immediately after the brown boots, because he recognizes that Aurora want to play aggressive right now.
Yeah.
And they want to be moving on the other side of the map, so there's going to be very good opportunities where, you know, Solar Guardian's coming in, and then right after it's like, boom, overgrowth.
Another one. They find him. Nightfall in trouble. Sharpshooter there. Didn't have vision. Can't quite get the kill. So will manage to escape.
Looking to enter a very annoying mode here soon. Has the Shard queued up next. So with him and Boxy roaming on this side of the map, want to just keep slowing down Mickey, or rather Nightfall, as much as they can to keep Mickey far ahead on the Luna.
Definitely, you can see like that net worth change over the last 5 minutes. How much Mickey has just been able to free farm and sort of stay out of the limelight, make sure that he's still getting his items and building towards becoming that carry. And I think that so far, at least, Liquid very happy with the way that this game has gone. The early part's sketchy, but the last, like, 7 minutes or so has looked very, very good.
Yeah, they avoided the threat of possibly just losing. If they had have lost like that fight down bottom when they got the triple kill, that was massive for them.
A little miss. Oh. Wow.
What's interesting is how Ace's build has worked out as well, right? Because one thing that we're seeing a lot of these Centaurs struggle with is they go for this heart. And at this point, he would be close to getting his heart right now, but then he would still be very far from his Blink Dagger. Instead, by going for this pipe, he's opening up the opportunity to have the Blink Dagger a little bit earlier. Nice Sunstrike connection. And so we'll have to watch, like, as that Blink Dagger arrives, like, could he have had time to get the heart? Because you would have rather had it. And Sentry's going to give vision here up WS, obviously.
Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. gonna hit away at this tower.
Can take all the hurt Radiant cares to heal.
Bit of a risky observer to go for as a tree. Just very likely it ends up being T-warded here, but had they come to defend, obviously, it could have resulted in an insanely good fight for Liquid.
Bottom tower is face down in
Ace
the
is working his
dirt.
way towards his Blink Dagger, and Aurora very much just struggling to get things done. I think partially because, you know, Liquid know that they were looking to find some fights and they were able to dodge them pretty effectively. But a Dragon Lance now done for the Lina.
Yeah,
Good opportunities
Fuel for
there.
my fire.
and they've got to be pretty scared to show their faces here, though, because I mean, Nisha can just blow you up if he hits you with that Atos.
Are they gonna try and go onto the Dawn right now? Well, they're moving up with Hoodwink, but decide not to. Very grouped together on mid is Aurora. Looking like they might be set for a smoke or something.
Yeah, they have an obs near the Radiant drop, so Tormentor quickly being jumped upon here by Liquid. For it.
Very quick. And will manage to take this one down. Eyes in the Forest would be awesome.
Yeah, I think either one pretty good. I'd almost prefer the Boomerang with the Invoker plays
That's
and
fair.
everything, but the way they play around this vision and with the goals that they have for Aurora right now, the Eyes might actually be the better one.
I mean, it also might mean, you know, you're getting into territory we can find those pickoffs. We've seen how much vision can matter. We have these types of hero. Nisha not with the team that's smoking. They're heading over towards the Lina.
Kaori just dying up top there. He was just sitting for smokes.
Yeah.
You know, his Tiny was in behind him a little bit, his Lina as well, so did his job. Didn't necessarily want to die, but just trying to create as much space as possible for his courts to be farming.
Dire's
Tofu
top tower
has
is
done
under
an excellent
attack.
job, as they will see that Sentry Ward and now take it out. Tofu jumps in Overgrowth. WS pops the BKB, thinking about a finger of death. Now they decide to show up, but wait a minute, look who's there. Wow. I don't even know what happened there.
They pressed every button for the tree. It's this ward still in behind from Tofu.
Oh my god. They find any way to get the rest of these heroes out of here. That was crazy.
Mira in the back gets the fist of death kill under the tree though. And now Ace maybe too far.
Possibly out a bit too much. Still has the pipe to pop.
Big K's coming.
And they do decide to back out.
Yeah, I think the pipe will make him plenty tanky. He'll be all right.
So again, they Overgrowth. Lina TP's in. Then Liquid catch and kill the Lina while everybody else runs away.
Yeah, you feel very pressured to commit to that play when your Dawnbreaker uses her BKB.
Yeah.
I feel like as the Lina, or as the Lina rather. But very quick responses there from Liquid.
Invisibility.
Now it's Aurora who are feeling pressured. They're going to smoke up with their Invis Rune and Shadowbladed Tiny. They're trying to find this Invoker.
They ping. They know.
Yeah, they just saw him invising on the creep wave.
Okay, so
Now will Boxy intercept this smoke egg?
or Tofu. Tofu's there. Now they'll find him.
He's taking many wounds.
Boxy thought about fighting that.
They tried the Essence Distillers.
Are they gonna go for? Okay, slow down. Kaori dying to that. Now pops his BKB, gonna chase down, looking for the finish. Sunstrike, yes. Nisha gets the tornado lift up onto one, and now the chase. Ace is there too. They find the Lion pipe out, trying to stay alive. Dawnbreaker ulti in. Ace has gone a bit too far, but Mickey has also showed up, and now onto WS. They back away though.
Okay, not enough. Alacrity Luna don't have the full control to get it. So despite fighting into an ops sentry they had, they end up losing out on that fight as Liquid.
Big win for Aurora, taking down that Centaur.
A bit unexpected. Not quite as beefy as many of our centers, of course, at this point because we went for this pipe build.
Nisha eyeing up Makoto, but we'll be passing by a sentry, and yeah, they see him. So they'll not be able to make any move there.
Interesting window in the game now where we don't... Oh, that's a ops sentry combo a little bit there. Moves from Nisha. But this is a no BKB Lina, so Nisha doing the math right now.
Oh, dude, Nisha's thinking about
He's
it.
doing it.
He's under vision.
Calculating.
Under vision. They got him there.
Okay, coming in smoked up.
Looking for Mira.
Blink dagger in 2.
Yeah, they-
1. Oh, it was so close.
They find
Wait,
Mira
wait,
over to the
wait.
trees, though. And we'll be able to get the disarm chase down. So, managed to get one out of it.
crazy. Up ahead, still with that smoke. Trying to find another hero to grab. Gonna find WS.
The Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, he runs though. Friends are too far. Nisha, mid lane, gonna run into Nightfall, passing through each other.
Footsteps. Won't be able to do anything there. 2,000 gold lead. It's still very, very even at this point in the game. Obviously favoring Liquid, but not by an insane margin.
A bit of an edge here.
Tower is under attack.
Every second it appears to be getting a larger and larger lead, so we'll see what that means.
They want more and more aggression, that's for sure for Liquid here. They are just running straight into this fight. That's Synderen?
I think it might have been.
My goodness, something's happened over on the B stream.
Very loud. Mira spots Nisha.
Dude, look at this positioning.
That's nice. Now they know he's over
I don't
here.
end up there on purpose, that's for sure.
They find us. Stampede looking for more? Finding Kaori.
That is
Beyond godlike. Think about how Nisha's game started in that laning stage, and then this is what we knew could always end up happening.
No surrender button.
Dyer's
And a
middle
12, that's
tower is
crazy.
under- Radiant structures are fortified with 12
It's not like they have like
vitamins and
the
minerals.
most insane, you know, setup heroes. I guess Hoodwink's pretty good.
I mean, it's less of a like individual thing. It's the team effort around Invoker is what that stat says, you know?
Yes.
But ensuring that they're going to hit that, because that's really all that this hero needs.
Into the pit they will go, and Luna very happy whenever she's able to get herself an Aegis.
Well, especially with how far away that BKB was looking for a while there.
Yeah.
Now you can very safely farm into your BKB with this Aegis.
They're pinging Mickey.
Oh, they're going for the insta-kill.
Oh, interesting. Well, if they could find her. You see the Luna illusions. Nightfall on the hunt. Guesses down when she went up, and now is going to run into Tofu instead. So they'll get themselves one, but it does feel consistently like it's just been these
Dyer's
supports,
middle
and
tower
Aurora,
is under attack.
the exception of that one kill onto Ace, have not really been able to take down a core.
They're hitting your mid tier too. There's an amplified damage on the Invoker.
Yeah.
Not going to end up being a positive trade here for Aurora.
Dyer's middle
Liquid,
tower
they love
has
this Luna
fallen.
hero, and they really are hitting their peak with it right now. Holding the high ground in Aurora's territory, wanting them to walk back in. That Ob Sentry combo still
Dyer's
up
middle
here, spotting where the
tower is
Tiny's
not
moving
what
to.
it used to be.
Ace looking, hunting, stomp there.
maybe.
Buy him to the side. They don't find him. Big stun. Nightfall hanging on to it. Decides to finally pop and turn. And now the damage out. Nisha low, Ace low, but not low enough to be brought down dead. They TP out on WS, in fact, realizing this fight is over.
Yeah, and he gets left behind. He doesn't get to finish it. Now he gets.
Oh. Does not have a way out. Does he hide in the trees? Do they know? Oh, stay very quiet, WS.
The scan missed.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so with that, he's out.
Now imagine though. Imagine he gets the wisdom.
Oh, that'd be...
He's like, I got nothing else to do.
He doesn't have a TP.
Yeah, where else am I gonna go? I got 40 seconds. Might get dude, he's gonna get their wisdom.
I think so.
I mean, they still haven't seen him. They might be believing he's still around there.
Cordwood before Axe's axe. Dyer's top
Regardless,
tower
Ace
is
pinged it.
under attack.
Nisha drew it. But they're not gonna go back for it.
Dyer's top
Wes.
tower is under attack.
Very happy.
Oh, his courier's running through, bro. Don't give away the game, man.
There's no fear at all. Zero fear.
I like it. All right, there we go. Yeah, micro that courier, please. Don't just let it wander back home.
Homeward Bound, the courier story.
That's an old one. Well, Liquid content to still stick around up top here, maybe hoping someone is greedy enough to be farming back here. Creeps are already gone. But look at the way they're doing this too, with the Luna illusion with the Invis Invoker in case it pops a smoke.
Yeah.
Just some greedy stuff.
That's nice.
I love to
Dyer's
see it.
top tower is under attack.
Mickey
Right.
gonna take the easy path forward here. Take that tier 2. They're looking towards mid though.
The Nightfall Blink Dagger is a massive change on these fights work, but so is losing Arlena right away.
That's her Game Pike. Didn't BKB. Didn't BKB. Oh, pops it now. Does he have a way out? Now the stun onto Ace. Good damage. Mickey walking in Alacrity. The hits, the glaives. They're going to do a good amount of damage, but do they have enough to get any more of these heroes?
Harpoon.
So far, it's 1-4. I mean, Luna's getting somewhat low. Does obviously still have that Aegis. So they're going to take down WS.
I think once the Tiny blinks in and casts the spells on the Centaur, you're kind of just like, this fight will be okay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think if it's not onto the Invoker or instantly blowing up something like the Hoodwink, I just don't think it's going to matter. Because, like, we're just piling all our damage in the Centaur. Now, that being said, there goes the Hoodwink.
Yeah. That's what they were more looking for. And Aurora, you know, not giving this up quietly. When you're seeing these, like, big blows and haymakers coming from Liquid, Aurora's trying to get in the end a little bit there with these little jabs. They're taking out these supports whenever they can. It's keeping the net worth like somewhat even, but it does continue to feel like Liquid are the ones that are just getting a little bit more out of it.
It was you instead.
And Aurora have gone for this gem to try and clean up some of these Eyes of the Force that have been being dropped around. Mickey has his own Blink Dagger now on that Luna, so wants to play a bit aggressive. Currently just chilling on his courier. And Tofu hoping to set up those plays by wandering through the territory. Also gonna maybe grab the outpost.
What about it?
It's a little dangerous.
You know, I do think also this has been a pretty high kill game. 25 to 17 at 30 minutes. There's been a lot of these that have been going late that don't really feel like this. Much more active gameplay.
Dire's bottom tower is
watching
under
this take
attack.
form here. They send in Nightfall.
Waiting 10 seconds until Aegis finds one. Oh, immediately gets tornadoed. Nisha finds it, and now they hit. They find him. Caught, rooted, bound. Need to get out of there. Not gonna happen. Nightfall gets chased, getting killed, and well, the hits they keep on coming.
That was crazy. That tornado just absolutely ruined everything he was going for there.
It turns out, if you hit it
Now
enough,
Centaur, you know, having to get the pipe early to just bolster their defense in case they get run over by Aurora. He now has the heart. This is the Centaur you're much more used to. We're hitting high ground.
This is where Luna loves to be, even without the Aegis. Feeling pretty good, and no Tiny for 45 seconds. There's no buyback. This could be so much. I mean, look.
Keep going. Nobody doesn't like Luna.
If there's no buyback here, he's going to take a ton.
Alacrity, mounts and glaives.
I mean, can Makoto stop this? They've got to take a fight, otherwise they're going to lose a second set of racks.
I don't think they can. Yeah, they're just going to lose too.
Yeah.
Like, they can try and poke and prod and slow it down, but you're not winning the fight without your timing.
This is what Luna loves to do, is just take a fight win and turn it into objectives. Absolutely key for that hero.
Walking away full HP.
Yeah.
No real threat.
Radiant's top tower
Suddenly,
has
16K, 17K gold lead.
carry no more.
WS deciding to roll the dice. He needs about a nat 20, I would say, on this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's if you want to win this with a Skull Basher.
I will say, like, this is what you want to see out of a match that's to qualify for TI. Both teams pushing it to a third game. First one,
You've given up,
blowout.
huh?
This one going the other way. It's not giving up, you
He's
know.
giving up. Pushing it to a third game. You heard it here first. No caster curses on this stream. I promise you that
I'm
much.
sorry, any Liquid fans out there. If it doesn't happen, it wasn't me. I swear.
Well, we all just heard it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna deny reality for a little bit here.
That's fair enough. Makoto starting to move into those higher damage numbers with the right clicks with the Chrysalis.
Are they gonna go through that gate? I think that's not.
Swift Blink. Luna approaching very quickly. Of course, then into the Satanic will be the next item. Do they have any options to slow that down in this game? Not really, right? Like, the healing is just gonna be healing. No crossbows or anything, nothing to stop that. I guess really it's a some sort of a bash or something through the BKB once you hear the Satanic, but that's always difficult without the Abyssal, obviously. Hawk Terrain done as well for Nisha.
The gem on the ground. Very, very farmed on all the heroes for Liquid. Still, Aurora have some options. Toss back is always a little bit scary. They can defend their high ground. Okay, not with the team right now. Wants to keep on farming, get towards his items. Roche, a minute before it's capable of respawning, and even buying an Aeon disc.
Safety first. You know, buckle the seatbelt, says Nisha. Just making sure it's going to be okay.
Nice way.
Yeah, I mean, it really is like the one problem that could happen, right? It's like Nightfall jumps in, our Invoker gets blown up right away. Just don't let that happen. The gem isn't on Nightfall anymore.
Oh, yeah. And they popped Dust a little late.
I didn't realize he lost it.
And instead now... That is really... I mean, if they could have even procced the Aeon disc right there, that would have been a win.
Yeah. Now, smoked up on the side of Liquid. They have some good vision on the bottom side of the map. They see that the Lena's playing down here. They could probably run up, plant a ward, and just go for an insta-jump. Well, if anyone comes down these mid-stairs, they are really dead.
WS leaves the base. He gets on the back. He randomly gets back with Mickey right on top of Makoto. Oh god, you gotta run. It's not gonna happen. Dead. No buyback. And even though Roche is spawning, it doesn't feel like it matters that much as they take out the Lion 2. GG is called. Liquid pushes to a game number 3.
Yeah, very nice. Slick maneuvers there, coming out instantly smoking towards mid, knowing that someone was gonna have to answer that creep wave, and then he just jumped. The bash almost ruined things, but confidence there from Mickey in his team and in himself to just jump to the high ground and blow up the Lena right away. She was trying to go for the Daedalus, no buyback. That's game. Smile from Tofu. The smiles are extra large after that game one, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Feeling like they take care of business. A little bit of a wipe of the brow, maybe a little bit concerned. The points never in doubt as we get ready to go